Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world and our country, but how we're going to fix both of those together. And guys, they are starting to build what to do if Donald Trump is elected preparedness plans. I'm not making this up. The video that I'm about to show you is a never Trumper lefty who's giving advice on how to act once Trump's elected. Guys, it even has two-way stuff in it. You're going to love every second of it. Make sure you send this to everyone you love and want a good smile. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Everything is always linked, as I mentioned. And thank you for helping to join the mission of spreading freedom across this incredible nation. Guys, let's go. Look at this guy. Look at, man, this lefty right here. You would never know. You would never know. Anyway, let's keep going because he's going to go into incognito mode. No one's going to know. They're going to hide their political affiliations. They're going to get guns. They're going to do all the things. We're going to have some fun with this one. Without further ado, let's get it released today.
All right, worst case scenario, Trump gets reelected. Here is the game plan if that happens. The general rule of thumb from now on is, will the MAGA heads use it to attack someone? If so, keep your mouth shut. You no longer know that any of your trans friends are trans. You no longer know that any of your non-Christian friends are non-Christian. You no longer know that any of your friends, family, or neighbors are left-leaning at all. Anyone that you don't know tries to talk about politics around you, you shut that shit down immediately because that is fishing for information and people they can report. Anyone tries to instigate a protest or a riot, they are also fishing for people that they can report. Anyone you know who is an immigrant, you are now going to tell anyone who asks that they have been living in America their whole lives. Because if you are not among the people who need to flee for their own safety, you are part of the people who are helping them flee.
Oh, he's so serious too. Okay, now there's underground railroads. You can't say anything to anybody about anything. Okay, guys, this is the world that the left and the media have created if Donald Trump wins the presidency. And by I mean if, like most likely a win. You got to vote, of course, to take your part and do your thing. But this is what they're doing. They're putting out survival plans for when Trump gets elected. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. The derangement, the Trump derangement, the complete fabrication of a different reality where Trump is going to all of a sudden start targeting people. Everyone's fishing if you talk about politics. So basically, you just can't go anywhere. Okay. Let's keep going because, again, they got guns coming up. This is just, it speaks for itself.
Do not brag about the people you have helped. You do not tell others about the people you have helped. You keep your mouth shut about all of it on every single possible forum. Anyone asks you about politics, you reply, who has time to talk about politics? And nothing else. Someone asks you your opinion on global warming. You say, I don't talk about politics. Someone asks your opinion on wages and unionization. You say, I don't talk about politics. Someone asks about your opinion on the basic rights of other people. You say, I don't talk about politics. It's gonna hurt, but that's what's gonna help you and others survive.
It's gonna hurt, guys, but that's what's gonna help you survive. We haven't even gotten to the gun part yet. It's coming real quick. But that's what's gonna help you survive. You don't say a word. You don't share your opinion. You don't scream it. You don't wear a t-shirt. You don't just get in people's faces. Here's a funny thought. Why didn't Trump get elected earlier if that's all it took? Because I can think that the world will be a whole lot better if a lot of this didn't happen and they just, stopped. Anyway, maybe it's just me. You guys let me know in the comments. Let's keep going because the guns are coming.
These are the basic ground rules for surviving a fascist government, which is 100% what Donald Trump has said on camera he wants to put in place if he gets reelected. I am not trying to tell you that he is guaranteed to win. I am not going to tell you that he is going to successfully overthrow the government. I am telling you these are the things that are going to happen if he somehow does wind up back in the White House and what you need to do to prepare. And finally, you may not like it.
Okay, hold on. Here go the guns. And what you need to do to prepare. Guys, this dude is 100% serious. They're going down a survival checklist for Trump's presidency. You're over here thinking about what you're going to do and not listen to politics anymore because it's just, to be quite frankly, let's get it over with. But now this guy, man, while you're sitting down and glad you're not hearing anything, he's going out his checklist because there is clearly something going on. There's going to be crystal knocked again. The Gestapo's coming. The brown shirts are coming. All the while, last 4 years have pretty much been the left doing the exact same freaking thing to anyone on the conservative side of the aisle. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's under water under the bridge. I'm not bitter. Let's go.
But get yourself firearms training, firearms safety training, and stay strapped. Because worst comes to worst, you also need to be able to defend yourself. And the Second Amendment is probably the only constitutional right that Donald Trump will not do away with. Probably most importantly, if he does get elected and you talk about your personal politics anywhere on social media, you need to delete that account in its entirety immediately.
This guy's looking at his social media profiles and his political speech and everything, just like a mission in Mission Impossible, where he puts the self-destructing tape in the tape recorder and he lights a cigarette as it blows up, it burns up. Could you imagine living in this world? This is a world completely constructed in this guy's head. 100%, you've got to stay strapped, even though you might not like it. The Second Amendment, even though we've tried to destroy it for the past 4 years in, Mach 3, and they've gone to plaid, if you like Spaceballs. But now that it's on shoes on the other foot, you got to get guns, you got to get training, you got to stay strapped because they're coming for you. And burn your social media. Complete purge. You no longer exist.
There'll be archived evidence of it, but at the very least, they can't go into a profile that you are still using and say that those are still your views, which can be the difference between walking free and being in a camp.
Walking free and being in a camp. Guys, November 5th, November 6th, there is a very high likelihood and probability that the level of derangement that's going to come when these guys realize that they got to put their survival plan into action. Whoo! We're going to be covering the whole thing, but wow, was that a treat. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next one.